When I was a little boy, I was afraid of the dark. If I woke up during the night, I would lie there in the darkness perfectly still because I knew there were monsters in my room just ready to get me. I couldn't get out of bed or even allow my hand to dangle over the side of the bed, or the monsters that my sisters told me about, who lived under my bed, would grab me and drag me under. Finally, unable to bear it any longer, I would call out for my parents, and sooner or later, one of them would come into my room and flip on the light switch. Hallelujah! Because as you know, monsters fear the dark, fear the light. And as soon as light filled my room, I knew I was safe. Everything would be fine. At this point in the gospel, Peter, James, and John, the others, were surrounded by darkness. The enemies of Jesus were already busy plotting how to get rid of him and his followers. And they were discouraged by the squabbling among their own numbers. Who was the first? Which one was the most important? Who would sit at the right and the left of the Lord? The gloom of danger, discouragement, and fear was deepening by the hour. So Jesus led them up the mountain and turned on the light for them. The vision of him in glory, worshipped by Moses and Elijah, was enough to dispel the darkness and let them know that despite their problems, things would be just fine, because he was with them, the light that shines in darkness. Well, sure, when they came back down the mountain, all the enemies, all the problems, the weaknesses of each one of them were still there. But they could not forget that Jesus was with them, and he is the light that darkness cannot overcome. Well, now, I'm grown up, but even grown-ups have reason to be afraid of the dark. Every now and then, monsters still threaten me, and those are anxiety and worry, doubt and discouragement, always on the other side of the door. It's then I remember that Jesus is the light of the world. Jesus is the head of his church. And if I allow his light into my light, despite all of my worries and problems, all will be fine. So today, I invite you to let him be your light, your salvation. What's worrying you today? What are your monsters named? Bring them to the Lord who is light. And remember, monsters are terrified of the light, and Jesus is the light of the whole world. God love you.